Hello, everyone. So, today is National Coming Out Day for 2023. And if you came out today, I just want to say welcome to the family, welcome to the community. There are so many of us in this community that are accepting and loving and kind and caring and willing to help you get through the whole process. Just make sure that whoever you reach out to, you can trust them. There is a lot of good things that happen with coming out. There's also a few bad things. And the coming out experience can be traumatic for many people. First, I'm going to cover the negative things and then move on to the positive things about it. Even before come out to family and friends, someone's fears of how people will react can be traumatic. They might worry that they will lose friends or family will kick them out. For many people, these worries come true. They experience bullying, isolation, loneliness, and discrimination when they do decide to come out. Trauma can occur because of other people's treatment if they learn or suspect a person is LGBTQIA+. But trauma also occurs if the person keeps their identity a secret out of fear of negative experiences. 29% of LGBTQIA+ youth have been homeless, run away from home, or been kicked out. 1 in 3 LGBTQIA youth has been physically threatened or harmed in their lifetime. 61% of trans and non-binary youth could not use the bathroom that matched their gender identity. And 10% of LGBTQIA+ youth have gone through conversion therapy, which tries to force them to become straight or cisgender. Sometimes the trauma comes from within the LGBTQIA community. For example, bisexual people may be experiencing bullying or isolation from straight people and from gay people. Trans may undergo harassment or isolation from cis people in the LGBTQIA community. Traumatic experiences do not stop in adulthood. For those in the community, often experiences in adulthood add to the trauma that a child or teenager went through. Some could include losing a job or not being able to keep a job, abuse from a romantic or sexual partner, bullying or harassment, social stigma or isolation, not having a safe place to live, financial problems, not enough food to eat, not getting the needed medical care, physical assaults because of the identity, living in a place that doesn't support LGBTQIA+ rights, seeing or experiencing laws or politics that harm LGBTQIA people, and going through conversion therapy. LGBTQIA+ adults are more likely to undergo a traumatic event than straight cis people. These assaults include rape, sexual assault, robbery, aggravated assaults, and simple assault. Trauma in adulthood can result from ongoing discrimination and bias. Almost half, 48% of trans people say that they have experienced discrimination such as verbal harassment or physical assault in the past year. Youth and adults who try to hide their identity from others can experience additional stress too. The stress of hiding their true identity or the fear of rejection can add stress to their relationships. A history of trauma increases the risk of anxiety, depression, and other mental health problems. Trauma and its effects can also lead to feelings of shame in LGBTQIA+ people. The more trauma people undergo, the more shame they have, which can cause more mental health issues. People who identify as LGBTQIA+ are twice as likely as cisgender straight people to have mental health disorders. PTSD is another mental health condition that can occur in people who have experienced trauma. Some symptoms of PTSD include thoughts that won't go away, upsetting nightmares, flashbacks, avoiding triggers, changes in mood, feeling irritable, angry outbursts, sleeping problems, and ongoing feelings of fear, horror, anger, guilt, or shame. A history of trauma can increase the risk of suicide thoughts and attempting suicide. 2 out of every 5 LGBTQIA youths considered suicide in the past year, including more than half of trans and non-binary youth. Nearly half, at 48%, of LGBTQIA plus youth harmed themselves on purpose in this past year, including 60% of trans and non-binary youth. But for many LGBTQ people, coming out and speaking their truth can be a daunting task. They often feel like they are exposing themselves to judgment and discrimination from others who may not understand or accept their gender identity or sexual orientation. However, breaking the silence is an important step in living authentically and finding acceptance within yourself and your community. By coming out of the closet, a gay or trans person can find support from others who have gone through similar experiences and build a network of allies who will stand by them. Additionally, being open about their identity can help to break stereotypes and promote understanding among those who may not be familiar with LGBTQIA plus issues. Ultimately, breaking the silence is about calming your own sense of self-worth and refusing to let social norms dictate how you live your life. While it may be difficult at first, taking that first step towards openness can lead to a more fulfilling and authentic life in the long run. Coming out is a process that many LGBTQ plus individuals go through to openly acknowledge and express their sexual orientation and or gender identity to themselves and to others. Coming out can be an incredibly empowering and transformative experience, both for the individual and for their community. Coming out can be a significant moment in life. It often involves a great deal of internal reflection and consideration. It can be a gradual process as individuals begin to come out to themselves, close friends and family members, and then eventually to others in their communities and society. Coming out is an important step towards self-acceptance and self-love, and it can be a catalyst for personal growth and development. By embracing their authentic selves, individuals can experience a greater sense of inner peace and well-being, which can positively impact their relationships, their work, and their overall quality of life. At the same time, coming out is also an opportunity to promote social change and advance LGBTQIA plus rights. By being visible and vocal about their experiences, LGBTQIA plus individuals can challenge stereotypes and misconceptions, and educate others about the diversity and complexity of the LGBTQIA plus community. Of course, no one should ever feel pressure to take on this role if it doesn't feel right for them, but for those who feel ready, it can be very empowering. Coming out is a personal journey that can be both challenging and liberating. It can increase self-acceptance and self-esteem. By openly acknowledging and accepting the sexual orientation and or gender identity, individuals can experience a greater sense of self-acceptance and self-esteem. They can begin to let go of the shame and internalized stigma that may have been holding them back and embrace their true selves with pride and confidence. Greater authenticity of personal fulfillment. Coming out can also lead to a greater sense of authenticity and personal fulfillment. By living authentically, individuals can feel a deeper sense of connection with themselves and others, and experience a greater sense of purpose and meaning in their lives. It can also help with improved mental health and well-being. Research has shown that coming out can lead to improved mental health and well-being, including reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression. By being true to themselves, individuals can experience greater emotional stability and resilience and develop more positive coping strategies for dealing with life's challenges, and also enhanced sense of belonging and connection with others. Coming out also leads to an enhanced sense of belonging and connection with others. By being open and honest about their identity, individuals can attract and build relationships with others who share their values and experiences and feel a greater sense of support and understanding. Coming out can have a powerful impact not just on the individual, but also on the LGBTQIA plus community as a whole. A few key benefits include increased visibility and awareness. By coming out and being open, individuals can help increase visibility and awareness of the LGBTQIA plus community. This can help to challenge stereotypes and misconceptions and create a more accurate and nuanced understanding of the diversity and complexity of the LGBTQIA plus identities. Reduction in discrimination and prejudice. Coming out can also help to reduce discrimination and prejudice against LGBTQIA plus individuals. By being visible and vocal about the experiences, LGBTQIA plus individuals can challenge negative attitudes and beliefs and help to create a more accepting and inclusive society. And also, creation of a more accepting and inclusive society by promoting acceptance and inclusivity. Coming out can help to create a society that is more open, diverse, and welcoming to all individuals, regardless of their sexual orientation or gender identity. And then the empowerment of other LGBTQIA plus individuals. Coming out can also help to empower other individuals to be themselves and live authentically. By seeing others come out and be accepted, individuals may feel more confident and supported in their own coming out journey and may be more likely to embrace their true selves with pride and confidence. Coming out can at times be a difficult process and a deeply personal and emotional journey. Having support from family and friends as well as allies can be an essential tool for navigating the challenge and uncertainties of the process. One of the most significant benefits of seeking support from friends, family, and allies is the validation and acceptance of one's identity. When individuals come out, they may feel uncertain or afraid about how others will react. Having supportive and accepting people in their lives can provide a sense of relief and validation and help individuals to feel more confident and secure in their identity. Professional support from therapists and LGBTQIA plus organizations can be incredibly valuable for anyone who is navigating the coming out process. But one strategy for coming out is take personal considerations and timing into account. Individuals may want to think about factors such as their safety, the potential reactions of others, whether they feel emotional ready. Timing can also be important too. For example, you may want to wait till after a life-changing event, such as a graduation or after your sister's baby is born. Choosing who to come out to can also be an important consideration. It's important to think about who will be supportive and understanding, as well as accepting, and who may need more time to process the news. Some individuals may want to start by coming out to a trusted friend or family member, while others may choose to come out to a larger group all at once. Effective community strategies and language can also be important in coming out. Individuals may want to prepare what they want to say ahead of time and choose language that feels comfortable and authentic to them. It can also be helpful to anticipate potential reactions and have responses prepared. It is important to prioritize self-care during and after the coming out process. This can include seeking support from loved ones, professional support, and or practicing self-care activities such as exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature. There is a lot behind the coming out process. People hear that their friend came out and sometimes they just act like, oh, you just blurted it out like it's a new thing. If somebody chooses you to be the one that they come out to, you should take pride in that and honor that by being an ally to that person. You can help them figure out how to tell family members or friends or coworkers or a boss or a college professor or the principal at school. You can help them figure out their next steps in the process. If a trans person comes out, it's not like they're going to come out today and start hormone replacement therapy tomorrow. There is a long process in between. If somebody comes out as gay, it does not mean that he's going to run off tomorrow and marry the first guy he sees. Same with a lesbian or a non-binary person. Coming out is a huge step and usually happens after a long period of self-hate. When we get to the point to where we come out, it's either, you know, we finally found our footing in the world and we know what we want to achieve and we want those people that we care about on board with us, or it's because that we have been thinking about suicide and figured, what the hell, I'm going to try coming out first. Because a lot of times people just know that nobody's going to accept them and nobody's going to love them. Everybody's going to be thinking different. Everybody's going to be treating them different. There's so many thoughts to process, so many emotions, so many heartaches that come along after coming out. And coming out, we open up the door to new people, new communities, new aspects of things that we can look forward to in life, but we also lose so much. We lose family members that we have relied on our whole life. We lose friends, we lose jobs, we lose houses, we lose so much coming out. So if somebody trusts you enough for you to be their coming out person, then you have done something right. And I want to thank you. Everybody needs that person that just gets it, doesn't ask questions, just knows that the answers to their questions will eventually be answered without even asking the questions because they already know the person. Just because somebody comes out doesn't mean that they have changed any. It just means that part of them has been hidden for probably a really long time. So, if you came out, welcome to the family. Welcome to the community. You have a worldwide support system of people going through things that you are going through or have conquered those things that you are going through. There is a ton of Facebook groups. There's places on TikTok and Instagram and all kinds of social media that you can turn to for advice, for thoughts, for just conversations about things to look forward to, things that turn happy after you have come out and you can live as your true self. But there's also a lot of heartache. But don't let that heartache win. Losing along the way is part of it. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and, play like everything's going to be okay once you come out. Because, in all honesty, half is going to be okay and half isn't. But focus on what is okay. Don't try to change those people around you. If they're not accepting and they're not supportive, the best advice that I can give to you from somebody that's experienced it and somebody that's done it themselves is walk away. Because once you get rid of all that negativity, you get so much more positivity in your life. And it hurts to lose the ones that you loved for so many years that you always thought was going to be there for you. But you open the door when you come out of that closet. And by opening that door, you open it up to so many fulfilling possibilities. Just pick your battles. If you have a grandparent that doesn't get your pronouns right because they're suffering from dementia, accept it. Just love that grandparent. Don't spend your time trying to correct them because they remember you from your childhood. They're not going to remember a pronoun because of the disease that they have. But if you have that sibling or that coworker or that longtime best friend that just will not use your correct pronoun, or they won't let your boyfriend come over to the pool party once you come out as gay, or they look at you different because you're a lesbian and they no longer want to get dressed with you in the locker room, get rid of them people. Just plain and simple, get rid of them. Because your coming out experience and the life that you are living is worth living. Don't give in to the negativity. And that's the best advice that I can give to anyone, any part of the community. Because you will find love, you will find acceptance, you will find the courage and the strength to go on. And you can do it happily and contently and successfully, because many of us do. So don't let the fear of the struggles that lies ahead of you get in the way of you having the pride of who you are and the self-acceptance and the self-love goes a really long way in this journey. So if you have come out, welcome to the community. And if you want to come out and you don't have anybody that you can come out to, you can come out to me. I can be that person for you. I can be the one to congratulate you on living life to the fullest as your true self. You can either email me or you can comment in the comments or however you want to do it. But if you're wanting to come out of that closet and you literally have nobody that you can come out to, I can be that person. And I won't tell anybody about it. So much love, everybody, and happy National Coming Out Day.